All right, so today I'm going to be talking about how I prevent students from cheating. And really specifically, I'm looking at one student doing the work and then just sending it or sharing it with all their friends and everyone submitting the same work. And a lot of times this happens, especially if I'm sending my students to a website or they're doing like a web quest. And I know that everyone's going to get pretty much the same answer. These are some ways I found that really helped me identify who did the work and who copied or plagiarized. And so the first thing that I really love is taking a screenshot, and I think this is a really great skill in general that the students learn. And so certainly on a PC, you're going to use that little print screen button, which generally lives right above. I can show you on my keyboard. It lives above the number pad here. So it's this button right here. But a lot of times you'll see it kind of somewhere in the top right-hand corner of your screen. On the Chromebooks, it's a little different. You're going to use the control, and then you'll see a little box with several other boxes, and that's the Windows switcher key. And so I'll have the kids grab a screenshot, and then usually I'll have, explain what's going on. Why did you get that? Show me your results. And this is great in a math classroom if I'm using Desmos and they have a graph. I know everyone's going to have the same graph. I really want you to explain how you got that graph. And so using a screenshot, having the kids narrate, that's going to be something that's going to be really helpful for me. The other thing a screenshot does is the fact that I'm not just looking at their information. I'm looking what else is in that screenshot. And I don't usually allow my kids to, I don't want them to send in a cropped screenshot. I'm going to say, no, take a screenshot, just send it in. Because what I'm doing, and on my slide here, I've kind of highlighted in red a couple things. I'm looking at, well, what tabs are open? I'm looking at, well, what extensions over here? What else have you installed? Because everybody should have different tabs open, different extensions. I shouldn't see the same 4 tabs open or the same, person signed in up top in the Chrome browser. And I'm also looking down here at the very bottom of my screenshot. And a lot of times, the kids don't even think about it. And I can zoom in down here and look at the date, the timestamp. So that way I'm guaranteeing that no one, just took one screenshot and shared it with everybody, because then the timestamp and all the tabs would be identical. So I'm really kind of looking at what else is going on in your screen. What other windows are open? Again, this should show uniqueness, and this was going to help kind of prove the fact that that student is doing the work that they are saying they are doing. Going from screenshots, which I like, to screen recording, which I love. I think screencasting is one of the tools as a teacher that has really facilitated me to flip my classroom. And I use it as a teacher all the time. In fact, I'm making this video with Screencast-O-Matic, as I do all my videos, or well, most of them. The other program that I really like is Screencastify, and I specifically like this program especially for Chromebooks. Couple things about, I'll talk both about both programs. They both have, they're called freemium. So there's a free and a paid version. The free version is going to be fine for most teachers. The free version is going to be fine for almost every student. The premium features, I will be honest, I did pay for the premium version of Screencast-O-Matic because it allows me some additional editing tools and kind of back-end production stuff. But that's because I'm making awesome YouTube videos for all you guys out there. I'm not expecting students or most teachers to do that. I expect, record the screen, explain what is going on. How did you get this result? How did you get this answer? What did you learn? And a lot of times I'm going to pose a question to the students, and I will say, please, use Screencastify and record your response. Screencastify, the reason I really like it for Chromebooks is because it ties in directly to their Google Drive. So it's really easy to save a video. It's really easy. You can draw on the screen. You can circle things. You can underline right on top of a presentation. And so that way, and I love it for presentations, because that way I'm not sitting in class trying to, did they get all the facts? Did they do everything? I can go back at my leisure and sit there and look at their presentation. But we come back to the Screencastify. It saves directly to their Google Drive, which makes it really easy to turn in on Google Classroom. They get a link, they drop it right in there. Screencast-O-Matic is a little more challenging in the respect that it's a program that runs on the PC, which would mean that they would have to then upload that video to their Google Drive. So it's an extra step. I think from a teacher's perspective, I like Screencast-O-Matic because they have some of those editing tools, and it's a little more robust. And you're going to get that in a program you're downloading versus one that's running on a web interface. So for teachers, Screencast-O-Matic, great tool. For students, Screencastify 100% of the time. Have them narrate it. Have them explain what's going on, because guess what? Now I have your voice. I know who it is. So there's no question about who did this work. It's better than even handwriting, and I'll have to sit there and try to identify handwriting. I swear teachers become handwriting experts, trying to look to see if students copied off each other. But with a video, now I have your voice. Now I have and even if they don't include their face, if they do, that's even better. But at least I have their voice, and that's going to help keep those kids honest. Make sure that they are doing the work, and it puts them at that higher level of Bloom's, because now I get them analyzing, I get them exploring and really kind of dissecting what they did, wherever they went on the internet, what they got, what are their answers, and they get to kind of tell me their reasons of why. And on top of all those things, now I have some really great videos that I can now incorporate into other lessons, or I can share with other students. But at the end of the day, I know who did that work because I can listen to their voice. So I hope this series has been helpful. Certainly, if you have comments or feedbacks, tell us below. Aaron for AOP Tech, thank you guys so very much. Have a great day.